What's up, guys? This is Adam from esportsheaven.com, and I'm here with the man who kept Melee alive, Homemade Waffles. How you doing today, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, man. It's a great event. I'm happy to be here. So, obviously, you entered the tournament, I'm guessing. Maybe you even did some commentary. Walk me through your matches. What's been going on? Any notable things? Any really hard wins or matches?
So far, this is a good question. I usually always get asked, like, the same question, so I like that. So in teams, I teamed with this kid, Boogie. We played Chillin' and True. We got 2-0, but it was one of those 2-0s where like we could have won both games.
Yeah, it was close.
But it was shout outs to them. It was close. They clutched it. And then we made it out of losers. And winners, I was supposed to play second seed, my boy B-Raw, but he lost to a Peach player. I'm sorry, Peach guy. I don't know your name. And then yeah, I kind of just went to town on the Peach dude. But yeah, I don't know. I think I lucked out because I think B-Raw was like, no, he would have gotten his own, and that's like my boy, you know. So
okay.
It'd have been fun.
I was singles.
Yeah, that was singles. That was singles. Yeah.
All right, so you're done for the day, right?
Yeah, done for now. And then I didn't know my bracket at all. And then Gatsu comes up, yo, you know we gotta play second round. So I know at some point I'm playing him, but I don't know anything else. So I don't follow my brackets. Yeah.
Did you do any commentary or?
Nah, not yet. I'm supposed to do some with Fendrick at 4th, Fendrick Lamar, and then the exhibitions with Toph. Or no, not Toph, Blur. I'm sorry. My guy Blur, and then me and Wobbles are doing top 32 tomorrow until top 8. So that should be cool. And unless your boy goes off and like gets in top 8, that'd be sick.
Sounds exciting, man. Sorry, so you know, man, you've been here for a while. You've been playing in this scene for quite a long time, and things have been getting a lot bigger. And you've kind of been more of a commentator lately. Are you going all in on Smash, or like how are you feeling about everything that's growing? Do you feel like you want to be a part of that in terms of going full time? Do you feel like you want to keep this on the side?
I think it would depend on where. Like I've always been an avid like player more than a commentator.
Right.
A lot of the reason why the commentary even started is because like I would want people to do it, and no one would do it. Right. So that's how I started. As far as commentary goes, I'm more than willing. Like if people like. Just the fact that it's grown so big. Well, let me ask you a question. Okay. As far as full-time and part-time, yeah. First time, full-time and part-time, it would depend on where it goes in like what I do, you know what I'm saying? And like how that would be structured. A lot of it would be like logistics. Like I as much as I do like traveling everywhere, like at the same time, like it's just got to be a balance. So I guess if I could play, if I had to just strictly commentate, I don't think I can do it. I'd have to do like both, and like it would just have to be a lot of balance involved, like logistically, commentating, playing, just everything. But I would love to. I would definitely love to. So if anybody's out there, you know, I'm definitely down. Just situation has to really be right for me, especially because someone like me, because I'm not. I don't have the school life, bachelor's, you know, I'm definitely just like 2 jobs grinding, so, you know, anything like that would definitely like change my life a lot. So I would do it, but that just has to be like I really have to like feel good about the situation and like just balance, I guess. Everything has to like line up, right. If that makes sense. Yeah. It's kind of vague, but yeah.
I get you what you're saying, but it sounds like you like playing more than you like commentating for sure.
Yeah. I do. I like that. Doesn't mean I don't like commentating, you know. But I definitely like if I had to pick one, you know, if I had to be the best commentator or like the best player in the world, I'm definitely going like the best player in the world. I know that grind's hard. So yeah.
So, having said that, you know, you like playing more. Are you really trying to like improve and like, you know, try and make it up to those top 20, top 30 players, or you kind of feel like you're in a comfortable spot right now?
No, I'm definitely not like for me. I'm not in a comfortable spot at all. I definitely want to get up in that range, and like I've seen glimpses and stuff, but I haven't like make that real push. So for my sanity, I think more so because since I've been playing so long, a lot of it is because of like that. Like I feel like I gotta go out, like I gotta do something that I feel like, yeah, I did that. Like, and I haven't as far as performance-wise. Commentating, I felt that way, but playing, I haven't. So I got to get that feel before I just, you know, hang it up. But I definitely want to improve, though, for sure.
So is it just like, you know, you just got to practice more, you know, put more time into the game, or do you feel like there's something like specific holding you back from improving?
It's a little bit of both. Like, I do put in time, but a lot of it is my attitude. Like, you know, like I tend to, you know, of course salty like anybody else. I don't necessarily get like super salty, but really discouraged to where like it really shows. And like, well, my plan, unlike most people, is very evident. There's no real ambiguity with it. There's no black and white. It's just what G Money says about my plays. What you see is what you get, and like that's like this is pretty much it. You know, so if it looks like I'm playing good, I'm probably playing good. If it looks like I'm playing bad, you know, it's exactly what's in front of you. So I guess I would want to change that to where like I wouldn't necessarily want to be ambiguous, but more so just to where, you know, the high moments are more consistent. But I still struggle sometimes, like everybody else.
You know, let's be real. You know, you have beaten Hungry Box, you know, in those very, very famous sets. So I'm sure there's some potential there. You know, it's there. But as you said, you know, going full time is a really, really big decision, and you said it really depends on logistics. Do you feel like that even if the logistics lined up, do you feel like it would be really, really hard for you to make that jump, you know, that leap of faith, I guess you could say, into what a lot of people consider this unknown industry that's really not that stable?
Maybe. Because of like the instability and the fact that just doing like one thing for too long, I wouldn't want to lose my fire in that. Like that's kind of what scares me. Because I don't want to get, like, since, you know, full time I'm going to be wrapped up anymore, and I don't want to get so wrapped up to where, like, I forget why I'm playing. And I think when I'm not full time or whatever, like what I'm doing now is like I have a good time like to play and practice, but when I want to tune out, I can just like, hey, I'm tuning out. Like I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So, yeah, man, it's more so just, yeah, if everything worked out, I probably would do it, but it would scare me. It's just that fear of just like jumping in the unknown more so, you know, getting it out of my comfort zone. That's probably why I would do it. But at the same time, that's why it scares me, because, you know, what if just people stop liking Melee anymore? Then what? What if you know, esports just poof? I mean, you know, people say it's probably not, but you know, you never know, you know. So like that fear always goes into my mind, and mainly too because I really don't want to feel like I'm wasting time, because you can't get that back. Right.
That's actually very, very wise words from HomeMadeWaffles. Now, going a little bit to, I guess, the commentary side, you're very well known, especially for your non-esports commentary. And it's to the point where we have these rewards on Smash UG where they just bring you in for specifically the non-esports commentary. What do you think the appeal is? I mean, obviously it's really funny and very entertaining, but why do you think people prefer it over, let's say, the esports commentary or like the regular commentary?
So I guess like I feel like my commentary is like a group of like serious politicians who go to a bar after, and my commentary is the bar after. Like it's just like a way to, it's like a really good way to just like wind down and not like have to stress and think. Like sometimes like every game you don't want to like feel like it's an algorithm, you know what I mean? Like sometimes like you watch like games, like imagine watching like a basketball game or like the Super Bowl, and like they're going to every micro detail, every yard, every inch, every step, why the person throws the ball. Like I mean, like that's cool on like a side, you know, basis, like if you're really trying to like hone the craft, but like in the moment, like Super Bowl is like what, a spectacle. There's like halftime shows, there's all these shows, and like because people watch it and people love like doing stuff that's easy. So and I feel like sometimes the commentary is just easy to listen to. So it's like, oh, okay, this is easy, so I'm gonna relax. And then there's humor, there's funny, you know, there's stuff that's funny. Even if the match itself there's nothing going on. Right. You know, with the commentary sometimes it kind of like lightens the mood up. So I think that's why people like it. It's just a way to really like, you know, relax. Because most of us aren't formal etiquette. I mean, we have our moments, but like most people, when you're at home, you're not in the suit and tie, just, you know. Yeah. Like, and I think, yeah, and I think that's like what the commentary, like that's why people like it. At least to me, I don't really know what people are thinking. But yeah, like that's what I imagine it as.
Right. I mean, you kind of are like I guess the poster child for such commentary, so it's interesting to hear your opinion. But contrary to popular belief, you can do esports commentary or regular commentary, and I think you're actually really, really good at it. But what's like I guess the difference in mindset? Like what goes through your head? Like, okay, I'm doing this type of commentary, I have to do this or that. Like, what's the difference in how you commentate and your mindset? You
know, honestly, between the two, not much. Just one, I can say, like, I can use explicit language, in the other one I can't. And even when I do, even when I can't cuss and whatever, I don't like go crazy, you know, even on the non-esports ones. I think it's just you know, just the balance of knowing like, hey, more people are watching this, you know, more bigger demographics are watching this, whereas like the non-esports one, like at least I imagine like there's similar demographics, you know, so I don't have to be as, I can just relax a little bit. But for the most part, it's really kind of the same in my opinion. One I curse and one I don't.
Okay.
So.
All right, that's interesting. Okay. No, I think it makes complete sense, especially if you look, I guess, more closely at the commentary itself. There's not too much of a difference. Now, of course, you were there for the dark days when there was little hope. There was no esports in sight, I guess. And then for a time, you also kind of, I guess you want to say retired, or kind of just like left the game for a bit? Yeah. Yeah, so what what brought you back, man? Like, how was it hard decision to get back, or was it something that you always wanted to do? Like, talk to me a little about that experience.
I definitely something I always wanted to do. I never really quit Melee because I wanted to. Like, I just kind of like got caught up in like life. Like, you know, it was like school, like work, and like I like stopped going to school, and like my whole family moved to Georgia. I'm from California, so like that whole transition of just like basically becoming a man, like being on my own, like figuring all this stuff out by myself, like that's when I took a break, you know, and I just had to like really get myself together before I really like went back. But I didn't want to quit because like the game was too hard, it was boring, or it was just die. Because I was playing when it was dead, so like it was never that. It was just, all right, man, I gotta like really like, you know, roll up the sleeves and like really like just handle some stuff before I keep playing. And yeah, eventually I came back. You know what's funny about that is I came back to a tournament. I used to always lose to Tafkins, stopped playing for a long time, hadn't played in forever. Go to a tournament, beat Tafkins, then beat Silent Wolf. Shouts to Otto, I love you. I know, like I've lost to him since then, but like it was so random because like I hadn't been playing at all, so it was kind of weird. I was just like, whoa. And then it was funny was I had to play Fly Amanita in this tournament, and my last day of work was like I used to work at Dave & Buster's. It was a night shift, and the winner got in the top 8, and I was like, okay, so if I win this, I'm not going to work. So my last day, I'm not going. Well, I lost, and then I ended up going to work. So, but yeah, that's like a little funny story.
All right, the natural follow-up to that is, was there some salt from Tapo going on after that?
Oh, no, yeah, I used to just be upset because I used to beat him so bad, and then he just started beating me, like, constantly, like, and I was just, like, so hurt. It's like, oh, man, and then, like, there was nothing really to why I beat him. I can't really tell you why, you know, because I hadn't been playing, so. But I think that kind of helped, you know. I just kind of went into the tournament with a clear head. You know, it's like when I play too much, I get caught up in, like I said, like, you know, results, performing, expectations. I'm really, like, I don't like that. So like when my mind's not worried about that stuff, like that happens. Like I just beat random people. Right.
So you have brought up the whole real life thing. Real life gets in the way, man, of Smash. And I guess now it's a bit easier since you can actually come to these tournaments. But how do you find that balance, man? It's really difficult trying to see when you should go to Smash, when you should focus on real life. How do you personally find that balance? Because it seems like you've had to struggle with it, as you said, like trying to go all in, like, you know, as you said, rolling up the sleeves.
Yeah. Well, work. I think you just don't want to get caught up in one thing for too long. When you like go to work and you're like, man, I haven't, like, you can't remember the last time you had a day off or like time off, and you should probably take time off. And then that's the same thing with Smash. Like, you know, you go too hard. At least this is just for me. I can't speak because some people are grinders, like, but with me, like, I burn out and I need to like just chill off something, and then, you know, you can use the other one to cope. Maybe you're playing too much Melee and it's like, all right, let me go like textbooks and study some stuff for once. You know, all right, maybe I haven't been at work in a while because I've been playing too much Smash. Like I feel like for me to really be playing Melee and feel good about it, like the rest of the stuff has to be clear first. Like I can't really play Melee if I'm not, like, if my life isn't really like I don't want to say sorted out, because it's like you're always sorting your life out, but like if there's not some stability in something else other than Melee, like I don't really like playing it, because it's like, you know, like it's just, and I feel the same way about work. Like, you know, you just don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, and like that's how I feel about just like life and everything. That's why I've always like done 2 jobs and stuff, because like, you know, what if like one company just it's done, and then like, well, then what? What do you got? Like, I'm always like big on like just have something going, you know, even if it's something small, even if it doesn't pay money, like, you know, like when we played Melee, it wasn't for money, but it's just something, like, you know. Now look at it.
Yeah. Actually, that's funny that you bring that up. As we said, you were there. There was like no one. Like numbers were really down, and now every year it seems like we're breaking these records. What's it like for you to see like from we could barely fit maybe someone's house to like filling out ballrooms in Vegas and things like that? Like it's insane to say the least. But from someone that has seen it at its smallest, what's it like for you?
It's kind of crazy because it's like, you know, coming up in an era where you're used to things being small, that's what you expect, right. You know. So then, like when I went to the first Evo 2013, the one where Mango won the first time, that was like my first big tournament in like forever, and like so many people coming up to me, and like it was compared to now, it wasn't even like that crazy, but at the time it was like, whoa, people know this, like people remember this stuff. It's kind of surreal because it's like, you know, I'm used to going to a tournament, you know, garage tournament, 15, 20 people, you know, and that's like a good turnout, you know. Now it's like, you know, 40 people is the minimum, even for like a small classroom tournament. It's pretty insane, man. It's insane because a lot, like the game's so old, and you know, a lot of the same people are still like at the top too. So you would think that would like yeah, not that, but more so you would think that would like bore people, like get people bored. Like, oh, this same guy's been good for like 7 years, but it's like it's even more entertaining. Like every time, like you just can't help but watch it. Like that's what's crazy. And I think because of like it's like a snowball effect. Like a couple people like it, then a bunch of people like it. Now it's just like everyone loves it. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This game is beautiful, just the way it brings everyone together. But as it gets bigger, I mean, you know, you've gained in popularity as well. People have heard more about you. And as you get more attention, like, how hard is it for you to, like, kind of separate yourself between, like, Brandon and Homemade Waffles? Like, what's the difference between the two? Like, you know, some people say you're a persona when you're with your tag. Like, how are those two people different, I guess?
Oh, man, they're the same. I'm Brandon. I never introduce people, like, myself as Homemade Waffles, unless they ask me, like, what's your tag? Like, I'm Brandon every day, you know? Like, you know, and whether I'm, like, you know, on the street walking, going to the store, or like I'm at a tournament where everyone's coming up to me, like that stuff usually doesn't like cloud my head, you know, because like, you know, like I'm not like, you know, people will be like, oh, you're famous. Like, no, I'm not, because like the moment you get like can't go in the store or like do anything in public, then that's some next level stuff. But I mean, how I see it, you know, I'm just Brandon, man. People just know me for a thing, but I never let it get to me to a point where like, you know, it starts to affect like how I treat people or, you know, whatnot. I just always try to tame myself and like always keep it one and the same. Like people, I'm known as Homemade Waffles, but I'm always like gonna be Brandon, like in my mind. I never try to stray away from that because I'm never too big, like ever, like in my opinion. So. Okay,
so as we said, you've been doing a lot more commentary lately. So that begs us to talk about Genesis 3. Top 8. You were there for the first two.
Right.
You saw it evolve. Yeah. You saw how it ended the same two people every single time. What was that experience like, just seeing it top 8, seeing it evolve, especially you're in that arena, man, like on the big stage, like it's got to be surreal. Like I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, okay, so shout out to Ash Khan, I'm putting you on blast. So he was like, hey, but thank God he kind of saved it. So like he's like, hey, like I wanted your opinion on this. I'm like, all right, let me know. He's like, all right, so for top 8, I'm thinking about you and Phil starting it and Toph and Scar finishing it. Shout out to Toph and Scar. This is like, no, not. And I'm like, dude, I was like, keep it real with you. You should flip that. He's like, you sure? I'm like, dude, this is the one tournament. You should flip it. Any other time, like, I don't even think we probably should be in top 8. Like, at any other tournament. I'm like, dude, you gotta flip it. You gotta flip it. So he flipped it. So Toph and Scar started it, and we finished it. Right. And what happened? The tradition happened. Every time. Mango Armada Grand Finals, us on the mic. It was cool. It was a trip sitting in the chair, because it's like being on the stage. And then like when, you know, they say, okay, we're live. And then like the whole arena, you got an arena with like thousands of people, and they all hear you. that's pretty crazy. It's kind of like I was kind of nervous. I was like, whoa, I never experienced nothing like that. So that was cool. I hope it wasn't like too bad. You know, I know there's probably mixed feelings. You know, like there's people who loved it, but I'm sure you always have a crowd of people who don't like it. So I definitely just wanted to, try our best to be us, but at the same time, like this is a little bit different than anything we've ever experienced. But it was definitely fun, and I would love to do it again. It was definitely something I wasn't used to for sure. It was but I liked it, and it was cool that I had that experience for the first time with Phil. So shouts to him.
It's okay. Well, we'll just see you at Genesis 4, obviously.
Backyard,
Yeah, you know how it is. So I've been asking everyone else this as well. What are your goals for 2016? As you said, you want to get better at playing, and I'm assuming you want to do more commentary. So just talk a little bit more about that.
And when you mean goals, you just mean like in Melee?
You could go out of life too, man. This is we already went out of Smash a little bit, so this is all everything, man.
As far as goals, it would be dope to be able to hit that top 20 barrier, really, top 10 really. I mean, top 20 would be cool, but like I think I really want top 10. To crack that. I got a long way to go, so it's not like I'm like at 25 or 30. I'm a little down there. So, but I would love to crack that. I'd love to really get my stream going and like have some stability with that. Like I've really been working on this new stream, but my parts have been all flunky and it's just taking forever. And I feel bad for the people who view my stream. Shouts to everybody. But I really want to work on that. We have this tournament in Oakland called Oakland's Very Own. That's where I live. So we did a spin-off off of Drake's thing. What's funny is there's a bar like right by my house with the same name. It's kind of funny. Yeah. So like so I kind of want to help. I mean, I don't want to catapult it to make it something like Pound. It's more so just for the city and for the people, just keep it something that's like a little big, like like that SSS feel. Kind of want something like that. All right. Just something that's like big but not like too big.
Kind of like local for the region.
Yeah, right. Something like that. I want to work on that. Let's see, stream. I want to try to give back more. I need to do that. It's just something that I feel like is a priority. I've been like, this is a goal I wanted to do. I couldn't do it. I want to pay my mom's rent for 1 month and my grandma's rent for 1 month. I know, and they don't care. Like they're like, oh, that's cool. But I think like the gesture itself really, I want to do it and like not be like, oh damn, I got a budget from now on. I want to be able to do it and be like, oh, I got more to give if you need it. So I want to get to that point financially in my life. So I'm not there yet at all. But I'm working. Yeah, it's definitely a long road. But those are like the main things, man. At least so far. But I do want to push the Melee and really see results. And like that's where the negative mentality comes in, because you have these goals, you want these results, and each time like you get hit with the roadblock, it hurts. Right. So I'm trying to really balance that too, to where like I can get the results, but even if I don't think less of myself or don't get upset, or just still keep it moving regardless. So yeah, those are my goals, I guess.
It seems like it's going to be a big year for you then.
Man, I really do, man. I can't really say, what's only time will tell, but I hope like, I hope I'm just focused enough and stern enough to really be able to handle like all that, because basically everything I want is like achieving something, success, right? And like I want to be able to, like, I don't know if I've never experienced like a massive amount of success like that. So I want to be able to handle it, and if I never get it, I want to be able to like not crush myself over it. So it's like that balance for me is really hard. I struggle with that like every day. So, yeah.
I'm sure you're not the only one, man. Everyone I've talked to, they talk about like the balance between everything. It's definitely something that's really, really difficult. But I don't have anything else to say, man. Are there any shout outs you want to give, words you want to say to your fans? How can your fans follow you?
Just follow me on Twitter, Young Waff, YUNGWAFF. Man, shout outs to 510, my region, Hayward, Oakland, Berkeley, Richmond, all that area, Fremont, everybody from there, everybody in the camp, shout outs to Phil, Mod, Daryl, Alan, everybody. my girlfriend Mari, she's listening. If she ever watches this, my mom, my grandma, everybody, just the whole squad is like I know too many people, so but everybody, you know, like everybody, they know who they are. So shout outs to all of them. If I didn't name you, you know, it's not personal. So yeah.
All right, man. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Stay tuned to esportsheaven.com for more coverage of Pound 2016. I'll see you.